Hey, welcome back to another episode of Simple Truth Television. It's now March 1st, 2021. And earlier today, I did a live stream and someone told me to look into the death of the rapper Scarfo Da Plug. He was born in New Orleans, raised in Atlanta, and he was shot and killed in Los Angeles, California on the 27th of February. And this rapper was only 23 years old. So we're going to take a look at his ritual death and then try to figure out what really happened to this rapper. This looks like another Jesus ritual. A lot of these rappers who die in the headlines, they are always connected to the Jesus numbers. And it's obvious who's behind all this. It's the Society of Jesus. And it's pretty obvious with the numbers. This rapper has the 201 in his rap name. Of course, the Jesuit order equals 201. But there's other things that I want to point out. I was looking into Revelation because this rapper died exactly 49 weeks after his birthday, and he died on 227. 227 is the 49th prime. Revelation equals 49 in Gematria. And it looks like in the chapter of Revelation, they talk a lot about Jesus Christ. And this rapper, he called himself Trap Jesus. He even had an album called Trap Jesus, which I'll get into in a second. But let's just start off with the basics, right? So his name is 201, a number that connects to the Jesuit order, right? We've been talking about that number all year, especially with the coronavirus. Remember Event 201, the coronavirus simulation? That is the Jesuit number. It shows up all the time, and this is another example. But this out, if you go to his Twitter page, it says that he was born on March 21st, 213, right? 21/3. The word death is 213. And he died exactly 49 weeks after his birthday on 227, and 227 is the 49 prime. And just notice Revelation in Gematria sums to 49. It also sums to 121, just like blood sacrifice. And in the chapter of Revelation in the Bible, in the King James Bible, a sacrifice of lambs is discussed in that chapter. I will have to go back into it to really know exactly what they're talking about, because I haven't read the Bible in a long time. But I was briefly looking over the book of Revelation, and just so I could get refreshing my memory. But it talks about how Jesus was worshipped in this chapter. They talk about sacrificing of lambs and other things as well. So maybe, those of you interested in going over this guy's death has a lot to do with this chapter, Revelation. So those of you interested in knowing what this chapter is about, you can visit it on your own time. And maybe you can find some connections that I'm not pointing out in this video. But no doubt that this rapper's death is definitely connected to the book of Revelation. I mean, whenever we see the number 49, especially a guy named Trap Jesus, I mean, it's obvious what's going on. This is all a Jesus ritual. I mean, just look at the picture up here. I mean, he has the crown, like the Jesus Christ crown, right? But right, the rapper name is Scarfo, right? When I heard the name, I thought about Scarface, right? The movie. And of course, Al Pacino is the main character in Scarface, right? He played the character Tony Montana. Now, this could be a stretch, but I don't think so, because it's too perfect. Al Pacino was born on April 25th, and the rapper, Scarfo, he died 44 weeks after Al Pacino's birthday. And of course, shooting is 44. This rapper was shot and killed. And Georgia is also 44. The rapper he's based out of Atlanta. Execution is 44. 44 is a number that we always talk about when it comes to shootings, right? Because of these examples here. Shooting, execution is all 44. Even Tony Montana equals 44, right? And that's the character that Al Pacino played in the movie Scarface. This rapper's name is Scarfo Da Plug. Think about who Tony Montana was. He was the plug, right? He was the connect. He had all the drugs. This rapper, he refers to himself as this big drug dealer. Scarface. I mean, the movie Scarface is about drugs. So there's definitely a connection. And for him to die 44 weeks after Al Pacino's birthday in a shooting, I don't think that's a coincidence at all. But George is 44, Execution is 44, Tony Montana is even 44, like the word kill. And the movie Scarface, notice it came out on December 1st, right? 12/1, like 121. We just saw how blood sacrifice equals 121. It also came out in the year 83, like how the word murder equals 83. But this is really what's interesting about this man's death, right? He not only did he call himself Trap Jesus, but he also had a project titled Trap Jesus, right? Here's a nice little baby with the Jesus crown, and he has a pot full of cocaine, similar to what Al Pacino had in the movie Scarface. But this album came out, or this project came out on October 21st, and he died 129 days after the release of this album. And Trap Jesus, I'm so 129, right? Just think about that. He puts out this album. He dies 129 days after the release of the album. He titles the album Trap Jesus in gematria using the alphabetic order. Trap Jesus is 129. You guys think that's a coincidence? All you people who leave these negative comments under my videos saying all this stuff is a coincidence, really? You think that's a coincidence? He also had another project called Trap Nola. And this came out September 1st, 2019. He died 78 weeks after the release of that project. And of course, Jesuit is 78. And he also had this project called Welcome to the New Rome. And that title of that album called it sums to 78, like Jesuit. And the guy had the 201 name, the 201 in his name, like the Jesuit order. But he released this project on June 21st, 2017, and he died 44 months after that release of that album. And of course, we just mentioned how the 44 connects to shooting, execution, and the word kill. And of course, Georgia, where he was based out of. Speaking of Rome, there's other notes that I put up here. Welcome to Rome is 78, right? He puts out the album on the 172nd day of the year. And the Jesuit motto, not really the easiest thing to say, but it sums to 172. And so is the Roman Catholic Church. It sums to 193, the 44 prime. He died 44 months after this project that he entitled Welcome to the New Rome. And then he has the white, I guess this is the White House behind him. Kind of like saying, like, the U.S. is basically the new Rome. And it is. I mean, it's the Jesuits. It's all roads lead to Rome, right? So, I mean, the U.S. is just another version of Rome. It's just the same thing. It's the same people controlling both nations. It's the same people controlling everything, really. And they use these rappers as a kind of like to let people know the truth, just like how they do in every media, in all media. They put out these figures, these celebrities, and they put out the truth, in their music, in their records, even in their names, and then they take them out by the numbers. It's really sick. This is why we have to expose all this stuff, because they literally are mocking our existence with this stuff. I mean, the guy named himself Trap Jesus. How disrespectful is that to just, the Christians who believe in Jesus Christ, right? You think Jesus Christ will sell cocaine? You guys think that? I mean, they are literally mocking the Christians, people who believe in Jesus Christ. And of course, if you read the Bible, Jesus Christ is a black man. Well, at least he's depicted as one. Hair of wool, colored skin. So this is these fake, I don't want to say the name, but shaming black people once again, right? Because the name Nola, he has an album called Trap Nola. Nola sums to 42, right? He died in the month that sums to 42, February. And of course the N-word is 42, like slavery. And of course in the Bible there's 42 generations to Jesus. Not hard to see what's going on, right? Trap Jesus. But yeah, I gotta refresh my memory with the Bible once again. You know, Revelation. I haven't read the Bible since I was in college, so that was what 2014, like 7 years ago. That was the last time I read the Bible. But yeah, I don't want to say something in this video that's not true about Revelation. But you know, Revelation does talk about Jesus Christ. That is a fact. And this man dying 49 weeks after his birthday on 2/27, the 49 prime. There's something there. And then, you know, the guy, he's connected to cocaine. That was 44 weeks after the biggest cocaine actor of all time, Al Pacino. I mean, Tony Montana is literally the biggest cocaine dealer in Hollywood ever. I think. You can say that, right? This is the biggest drug movie of all time, by far. Scarface. And I mean, just think about it. He died 44 weeks after the actor's birthday. Call it a coincidence if you like. I'm noticing that Al Pacino is also 80 years old. Is he gonna die at the age of 83? Because the movie the movie that he's most remembered for, he has a lot of classic movies, but the movie that he's most remembered for came out in the year 83, and it came out on 12/1. Blood Sacrifice 121, Murders 83. So, is Al Pacino living his last 3 years of life? We won't know until 2024. So let's see. Mr. Al Pacino kicks the bucket at 83. But yeah, so that's what happened to this rapper. This rapper was another Jesus ritual by the Jesuit order. And he died 129 days after this project. Trap Jesus is 129. That was also his nickname. I mean, that's like the best connection to show how this stuff is all synced up. It's synced up with their music. It's synced up with their name. It's synced up with everything. These people sync up the day that these people die perfectly with everything that these people put out, you know. That goes to show you that these rappers also have no control over their name, over the release date of their album. I mean, they definitely have no control over that. You always hear rappers say, you know, my album was supposed to come out, but we pushed it back. No, it's the label pushing it back because they are setting up the date perfectly from when you die. It lines up this way. Okay, rappers? Those of you who are rappers out there and you're watching this video, if you didn't know, whenever a record label tells you that they're going to push your album back, the reason they're doing it, most likely, is because they're lining it up with your death date. You know, when they told this rapper, you know, you're going to put out this album called Trap Jesus, because I'm pretty confident that the record label told this rapper what to name the album and what day to put it out. So the rapper had nothing to do with the naming, nothing to do with the release date. And he definitely had nothing to do with his release date from Earth. So, those of you who are rappers and want to become rappers, just know you might end up another Trap Jesus. Atlanta rapper Scarface, reportedly dead, killed in Los Angeles. And then they put this article out on 228. The word death is 228. And just in case, because there's always new people, always some new people with doubts. So look, so word death, there's a cipher called English Sumerian. It sums to 228. Now the day, February 28th, the day that they released this article, is written 2/28, like 228. The word death is 228. So that's the perfect day. And I actually, in one of my videos, in my past videos, I don't remember if it was a week ago, I said that on February 28th, for this same reason here, we was going to hear about somebody dying in the headlines. And here we go. This rapper, even though he died a day before, they still reported his death the day after on 2/28. I don't exactly remember what video I said that in. Actually, y'all could probably look it up. Because I got a pretty good memory. Let's see. it was either this video with the coronavirus deaths or when I covered the gymnastics coach John Goddard's death. Either or video, this video or this video. Because before that, I was just talking about sports and the Pop Smoke video. Yeah, it's probably one of those two videos. But I said it. I said in one of those videos. I said, watch on 228, we're gonna hear a death on the headline in the headlines, and that's exactly what happened. So thanks everybody for tuning in. Just want to say rest in peace to Scarfo Da Plug. Scarfo, the guy who died 44 weeks after Scarface's birthday, Tony Montana, and also died 129 days after his Trap Jesus album was released. Really sick stuff. I want to thank the people for notifying me about this. If anybody's new here, just look into Gematria, look into the other videos. This stuff is really simple. This is the alphabetic order forwards and backwards. Every letter in the alphabet is coded with a number. We never knew this because we was never educated about this, because this stuff has been held secret for hundreds of years. And this stuff is just coming out to the light in the past 7 or 8 years. So it's stuff, the research is rather new. There are a bunch of people in this community who are doing the research. We are finding new things every single day. And trust me, this stuff is very repetitive. And it's pretty obvious who's behind all this. It's the Catholic Church. So thanks everybody for tuning in. And you guys enjoy the rest of your weekend. And your weekday, because today is technically Monday. But you guys have a great rest of your night. And rest in peace to all these fallen soldiers. Because a lot of them, I don't even know if they are dead. I think a lot of them are faking their deaths, but doesn't matter. They dead in our eyes. So thanks everybody. You guys enjoy the rest of your night.